Hello, Connecticut. I'm on hold with the Appellate Court, and there are multiple documents missing from the screen that the trial court needs to rule on prior to a hearing scheduled at the appeals court for Monday morning. And the guy isn't in. And the guy doesn't return calls and doesn't answer calls. They will not give me anyone's name. They will not give me anyone's email address. So let's see when this lady comes back, because I've been on hold for, what, this is my fourth phone call? Placed on hold, nobody comes back. Here's the phone. Here's the phone. I'm on hold. You dial the number. You punch in 7. Goes to a black hole. And they never answer. I don't know if you really want to hold this long. Let's go over some documents. How about that? Yeah, here's one. Motion for extension of time to file opposition to defendant's motion to dismiss. The plaintiff needs the trial court to comply with the notice for statement of decision trial court 64-1 that he filed. It is currently impossible for the plaintiff to file his objection to the defendant motion to dismiss. I need articulation, recertification, and the plaintiff needs a trial court offer of memorandum of decision. That's what I need. They haven't done it. The court is dysfunctional, and so are the people on the phone. Here's Exhibit 1. Notice for statement of decision by the trial court. It's that simple. Kavanewski and Clark. Now we have one for Blowy. Watch, Jonathan Bubar. He's the guy blocking the motions. Order. Kavanewski. He thinks election fraud, if you read one of these numbers. Oh, such filings establish an extended pattern of frivolous filings without merit. Voter fraud. There's 200,000 felonies attached to this document. And Rovella is the state police commissioner who falsely arrested me. Hey, it's false arrest. There's no warrant. There's no warrant, folks. According to the state trooper, who no longer works with Bridgeport Troop G. And there's no male named Herman. That's my son Ryan calling. It's his 20th birthday today. I may have to take that one. Let's do it. Let's call him. Let's do it on the post.
Hello.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thanks for calling.
Excellent. What's going on? You partying?
No, I just got out of a quiz.
Did you ace it?
Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
You aced it?
It was just a completion thing.
Oh.
Not a completion thing, but it was I had to get all of it right, just like we're going. But
Rock and roll.
yes, sir.
You're in a video. You do exist.
Wait, what?
What? Happy Feast of St. Blaise. Say a prayer for Grandma. Catch you later, bro.
Alrighty.
Happy birthday. Oh, I went to the burger bar.
Yeah.
It's closed. There's a new owner. They took the burgers off the menu. There is one crappy burger there.
Oh, no.
I had it. It doesn't have the good bun. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, now you have reason to find a new burger joint on your birthday. I'll talk to you when I'm not on hold with the appellate court. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
That was my son Ryan, 20 years old today, born on the Feast of St. Blaise. I'll tell you a story. My mom died on Ryan's birthday, but she had leukemia, since we're on hold. She was getting a transfusion like quarterly and then monthly and then twice a month and then once a week. And she was going downhill pretty fast because of Splenda. Splenda killed my mom. So we don't use Splenda, folks. Anyway, she had leukemia. She was in a lot of pain, and she said, I'm going to make it to Ryan's birthday party. This is like 2 weeks before Ryan's birthday. So every day she'd be like, when's Ryan's birthday? I said, 10 days, Grandma. 5 days, Grandma. I'm like, it's tomorrow, Grandma. So everybody showed up for Grandma's, at Grandma's house for Ryan's birthday in 2016, when he was 16, and that was him. And she was really in suffering, but we all sang happy birthday. We brought the cake into her room, and that was at 7:30. And then at 9 o'clock, the party was over. I walked in. I said, Grandma, the party's over. And she died. The moment she heard that Ryan's birthday party was over, she just checked out. I know she's cloaked in the divine protection of the Blessed Mother. So ask my mom to help you, and you will get help. Still, we're on hold with the court. Hold on. I feel like calling them on 2 lines. Yeah, here's my second phone. Let's see what the number is. 860-757-2200. The phone's not booting up. Nope, I gotta charge it. Doesn't have a charge. Well, we're still on hold. Why don't I read you the list of money that Bob Duff owes me? Because penalties for public officers. Let's go over it. U.S. Code Title 42, penalties for government officers. Breach of penalty authority, violation of oath, $250,000, Bob Duff. Denied proper warrant, $250,000, Mr. Ravella. Denied right of reasonable defense, $250,000. Right to truth in evidence, that's Mr. Tamaccio, $250,000. It gets interesting here. Treason, $250,000. 18 U.S. Code 3571. See that? But the most important one of all is the next one. The penalty for genocide, which is what Bob Duff is doing with his 5G legislation, genocide, $1 million. 18 U.S. Code 1091. Well, I just want to keep you informed about the appellate court. But since you can never get them on the phone in Connecticut, I'm still on hold. I'm on hold for the 4th time in a row. This time, 11 minutes and 55 seconds. And now let's call them on the other line. Amazing, the phone hasn't only rung once in a 10-minute period. Okay, 1-860 it's not enough to make a phone call. Should we call her again? I think we should keep it on hold. I've asked them their names multiple times. You'll never get a name of an appellate court clerk. They'll never tell you. Keep in mind, this is my 62nd appeal, and I've never had a hearing. So the appellate court works for the superior court. They are joined at the hip. The actual appellate court is in front of the state superior court, joined at the hip. The phone's charging. We might as well wait. Maybe there's other things I should show you. Sure. We just hit 7,000 Twitter followers. We have more than Matt Blumenthal. Corrupter of elections. Oh, I have 7,032. I got 32 today. I'm working towards a goal. I want to get 30,000. People support you. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. never got the middle of her with the hammer. Oh my God, that is awesome. We're back. It's 19 minutes. How long can the appellate court put you on hold? 19 minutes, 19 seconds. 1-860. Let's call them on another phone. Yeah. Hartford, Connecticut, 757-2200. Call ended. They hung up on me. On this one, but not on this one.
You have reached the office of the appellate clerk, located at... Please hold a moment.
22 minutes, 34 seconds. Hung up on me again. That's so funny. You are on hold with the appellate court. "20 minutes on hold." This is my fourth call, so I'm about an hour wasting time. Let's go on Twitter. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm virtue signaling. That's hilarious.
Conducted a study that showed home buyers would be paying between 10 to 21% less for property if it were in the proximity of a tower. Proximity wasn't defined. This could be...
So now we're searching for the magic frequency. And we start with 100 hertz, and we look through the microscope to see if anything's happening. We watch for 5 minutes. Nothing happens. We try hundreds and hundreds of frequencies, if not thousands, until we find the magic combination. Because we believed there just had to be a better way.
1,000 feet, I think it's probably going to end up being larger than that. There's studies coming out of California right now showing the same results, seeing about a 20% decrease in property valuation. So I think that would have
This
a
guy's
massively
talking about
negative
your
impact on Brookfield's
if you have a
tax
cell tower
revenue
near
from
your
a
house,
property
you're going to
tax
devalue
standpoint.
your
If
house by
property goes down,
20%.
obviously
I
property
believe
tax
that.
goes down. So that's something that I think we should really be paying attention to and also just aware of, right? So the last part that I want to say is just 3 questions that I've really been thinking about, putting it out there on social media a little bit, about the risk-reward of these towers for us and really the direction the state is going. So the first question is, Would you trade your health for one more bar of service on your cell phone? Because that's all I'm going to give you, and I think the answer is no for everybody here. The second is, would you buy a home with a 165-foot 5G tower in the neighborhood? And then if you did say yes, you would buy it, you're not going to be able to sell it, right? If you do, it's going to be at a reduced value. And then lastly, would you trade any privacy that we have left in the state for a sense of more connectivity with what the 5G tower is and the smart grid that Connecticut is going to bring to us? So I believe if we make any of these trades, we're taking all the risk, we're getting none of the reward, and not to be a downer, but I see that as a dire future for the town and for the state at large. So this is something we really need to fight hard on, and health and safety has to win. So again, thanks everybody for coming. I think we're going to open up for questions now, and yeah, thank you so much. Awesome.
Steve?
Are you in communication with other towns? Are there other groups like that you've set up here? Are they
Yeah, for
dealing with
sure.
effects as well, and
Yeah, we got some people here from other
okay, but I just want
towns.
to finish my question.
Yeah,
Are they familiar with this site council that's
for sure.
not elected, and are they also against what's going on?
Yeah, so I know Pasco's with Easton, right? And I know I've been talking to a woman who is from Canton, Connecticut, who has sent me a ton of information on how they've dealt with the 5G tower going in their town. So short answer is yes, and a ton of information, that actually overwhelming amount of information she sent is what they've done. And from a lot of the reports we have and how they dealt with local government and state government and the actions they took to put a stop to their towers going up, or at least put a pause on it into going up. So I'm speaking with that woman now from Canton, and again, Pasca is from Easton, correct?
And we have Sherman here,
Sherman here as well, yeah.
Yeah,
So yes,
very
other
well aware.
yeah, I'd like to add to that, that we actually could have a reasonable radiation, low radiation area, because we have people who have been connected with us coming to some of our meetings and have been active in their own communities in Sherman and New Milford. And some of them are here tonight.
I've been in touch with the first selectman of Easton, who actually was successful in implementing a moratorium for the town, but it yields no results because the moratoriums become, it's just a pause. You really can't stop these towers from coming to the siting council.
How do we get rid of the siting council?
Through legislation, I'd be in full support of it. It's gonna be a huge uphill battle.
Steve,
So many towns that are willing to go up for a battle.
Do they,
That's why I propose what I propose, because it's a first step.
First step, yeah, for sure.
Start keeping
Set
the
Bill
Senate council.
73.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what do we need to do to support that?
So
further?
we already had the public hearing on it, and it was, Austin mentioned there was about 25 people in
Yeah.
favor.
Which
Only
is
2
huge.
people objected, and 2 corporations says. The siting council themselves and adversaries. So I think what it shows is that your private residents and citizens strongly believe in it, and only the siting council themselves and companies that benefit from the siting council want it. So I certainly would contact, your state rep, Marty's the state rep for Brookfield. He's here.
Marty's here.
still here.
And whatever towns you're in, and speak, I think now at this point I'm pretty confident we can get the bill out of the Environment Committee. But to email any legislators in the Environment Committee, I can get that information to Austin
Yeah.
of who those individuals are. The biggest thing I can say as a legislator is hearing from your constituent. So if you reach out to somebody in,
Yeah, I started a YouTube
let's say,
video. The first time I called you, I'm at an hour and a half on hold. You guys hung up on me 5 times. And the last one is 22 minutes, and you're the lady. What's your name?
In these individual towns, reaching out to their legislators.
I'm calling for you. What is your name? I'm on YouTube for an hour and 40 minutes on hold with your office.
So the bill is in the Environment Committee. The next step would be a vote.
I gave you my number multiple times, and then you put me on hold and never came back.
3 to 4 weeks. And then
What is your
if
name?
Environment Committee was on
What is your name?
bill, then it will go to a vote for the full House and full Senate. And we're talking about a month or 2 down the road.
Steve,
This is
with that
obstruction
part,
of justice
do you see it where you,
in
up
a
Hartford
federal
is-
lawsuit.
Is it bipartisan issue? Is it a partisan issue?
I think it depends on who, it can be
The
bipartisan
appeal is in the
some
Stanford
respects,
Superior
unfortunately,
Court,
it's
and you
bipartisan. I think
are a
that,
complicit participant
generally,
in
you know,
a
those that
felony.
support the
So you know.
administration support more the bureaucracies of
Right.
the administration,
Right,
and I
right.
think that's a challenge and a hurdle for this.
So I've been recording this
That's the
entire
other
time.
challenge.
I appreciate your
This
efforts
call
and
was
your
preceded by a
intentions, but
29-minute call.
if I understand it correctly, it's going to be a representative. Is it one, or is it one from every town?
We're on
And they're
hold
not going
for
to have
like
any
an hour
vote.
and a half with the
And-
appellate court.
And so I'm wondering what
ladies won't
really,
tell us
what
their names.
impact it
So,
would really have
Now
on
I should
any
call
kind of,
the chief court administrator
I think that
and
these-
tell her.
These meetings would have to hear from a member themselves that would have to talk about the residential aspect of it. This is not just 5G
Oh, my second
or just
phone's working.
towers, this would be anything before the siting council. I think the biggest problem with the siting council is it is completely bureaucratic, and they don't care about the residential impact at all. All they care about is that how it ever benefits the entire system.
you think
throughout
this
the
would
state.
change their behavior?
Oh, I think absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a step in the right direction, put it
Yeah.
that way. It's better than what we have currently.
Yeah.
And ultimately, would I like to see the siting council abolished? Yes, of course. I believe in local control, as Austin had mentioned, and Terry does as well. I can speak for Marty as that as well. It's a step in the right direction, and that's what I'm looking for now. I'd like to eventually see if you put a bill in front of me to abolish the siting council and revert back to local control and all these issues. I'd 100% support it. But as we sit here today, what's that?
There is a bill being, with Sam Hughes who's co-sponsoring.
Okay, and I'll co-sponsor that bill as well.
Hi, sir. So you have a case manager. I can put you into his voicemail.
I have left many, many unreturned calls with Sam, who I like. Sam I like. He's not there. I understand. But I am tracking the phone calls you're giving me in the middle of the night, 2 and 3 a.m., honestly.
We're calling you?
Yeah.
I don't think so, sir. We're not here at that time.
Yeah, I know, but I have a way of tracking phone calls.
Okay.
And you guys, what you're saying in the phone calls is quite disturbing.
What are we saying?
Well, I guess you'll have to read the federal lawsuit, right? Because you guys are constantly putting us on hold, never answering any questions. I'm on my 62nd appeal. I've never had a case. I've never had a hearing. Nothing. Nothing.
Okay, but you did have an appellate case, right? What was the case number?
How many times do I have to give it to you people? 46024. I put an injunction on the Blumenthal RACE in the federal government for the U.S. Senate, and you guys mishandled it from day one. I followed the law. You guys broke every election law there is by tampering with this stuff. And now you continuously put me on hold. I have not had a hearing, got no discovery. I have enough discovery, folks. You guys are all Democrats, I imagine. And you threw the Republican crap in the garbage.
No, sir, that's not
Yeah,
how
that's
that
exactly how it works. And I can prove it. So I need your name because I'm not getting fair treatment.
works. Okay, 1 minute, please.
Wow, she came back at 34 minutes. I'm gonna go put my shoes on. I'm gonna put lotion on. Lotion on my feet. I have to go to Long Island and pick up a warrior princess who's helping me in my campaign. Unlike the woman on the phone, who just is an appellate court clerk wasting everyone's time, manipulating the court. Let me get my shoes. Got my wallet, got my keys. Got my shoes. Tucking my shirt in. Getting a sweater. It's cold out there. Looking for an envelope.
Hi, Carl Ciccatti will be right with you. 1 minute, please.
Who?
The chief clerk, sir.
Who's that?
He's the chief clerk here. He's the head of the office.
What's the name of the guy?
Carl
Carl
Ciccatti.
Ciccatti. Great.
1 minute, please.
Carl Ciccatti. Maybe he'll never come. Charles Ciccatti. Carl Ciccatti.
Mr. Flynn?
Yes, Carl, I've left messages for you in the past and you've never called.
We've
But
spoken several times, Mr. Flynn. What can I help you
oh,
with?
well, I I'm in the middle of my, 60-second appeal. I've never had a hearing. I've never gotten anywhere. And I put an injunction on the Blumenthal race in October prior to the election, which has now been falsified and certified after it was falsified due to the mishandling by the appeals court. So not only should Ahern be in jail, but the Secretary of State, Denise Merrill, who resigned on June 30th, was replaced by a guy named Kohler, who had a conflict of interest, and he destroyed, 200,000 signatures, getting 13 candidates on the ballot. And those candidates never appeared on the absentee ballot or the ballot, which we complied with all the laws. Now one of the guys, Ahern, has resigned.
Right. So what can I do for you?
Well, here we go. I filed a 64-1.
Okay. You filed it yesterday.
Right. And they don't have it. And the hearing is on Monday. And I asked for an extension based on me not getting any answers from anyone. By the way, they haven't even answered the writ.
Okay, so there's no writ in this case.
No, hold on. There is a writ in the underlying trial.
Okay, well, I'm talking about just the appellate stuff.
Well, what difference does it? What difference does it make? I've filed 62 of them. I've never had a hearing. You're biased against pro se litigators. I'm a litigator. I'm pro se. I don't care. I don't have to be an attorney to get my constitutional rights. You guys denied me every single opportunity for discovery in an election, which is supposed to be public. Every FOIA, denied. Every interrogatory, denied. Every witness, denied. Every request for production, denied. Every single case flow request, denied. Every single admission, denied. Every final order that I asked for clarification, denied. Denied. You've never, but yet the Secretary of State asks for one thing and you approve it, of course. Why? And by the way, the Attorney General, so you know who's defending him, right, was supposed to take the complaint and clarify it and, according to state law, rectify the problem. In other words, if 13 of us, and there are 13 of us, complained that we gave them the signatures, they refused to validate them. What I'm claiming in my case is that all 169 clerks broke the chain of custody. Now, what that means is it's on you.
What can I do for you about your pending appeal?
You know, nothing's gone right. Nothing. And you can't fix it. You're in charge of the fraud, it appears. I want my day in court. I wanted it in October. I wanted it in November. Now it's February. Okay, so here we go. This is treason because you've delayed an injunction on an election, which by state law, you can't delay. But every day is a delay, bouncing stuff back to me, never calling me back. And now I'm tracking the phone numbers, the phone calls I'm getting at night from people in your office. Did you know you have someone in your office calling me at night? 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning? Did you know that?
I'm not aware of any phone calls.
Well, I've been telling Sam.
The building isn't open for us at that hour.
No, it's the guy on the phone.
Guy on the phone.
Yeah, same voice. Same exact voice. You can look at the comparisons of the voice analysis. It's the same person.
That's fine.
That's not fine.
Well, I mean, we're not going to debate who's calling you from the office at 2 in the morning when the building is closed and no one is here.
I didn't say they called from the office.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying you've got an employee And by the way, none of your employees ever identify themselves. So here's my 6th call into you guys today. Put on hold 20 minutes, then dropped 5 times. So I started a YouTube call like 2.5 hours ago, and I'm in the middle of it. So you're on YouTube. Now, why did I have to wait 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get someone on the phone?
Okay, well, you have me on the phone.
Yeah. Where's my 64-1 in the trial court?
What about the 64-1?
I filed it.
Yes, you did, and it needs to be reviewed for compliance with board sent anywhere.
And the motion for dismissal is on Monday, correct?
The motion for dismissal is on Monday? With what?
It's 1 o'clock on Friday, and no one's there handling my motions for my upcoming hearing, which you're going to dismiss my case.
You don't have a hearing scheduled for you then?
I did. I used to. I got a notice.
Well, do you have a hearing in the Superior Court?
No.
Well, there's no hearing.
Well, that's news to me because my people have been looking at it on screen. It's in the appellate court. It's not in the Stanford Superior Court.
So
By the way, where's the Blowy 64-1? You only have the Hudak, you only have the Kavanowski and the Clark one. There's a third one. It's from Blowy.
We have whatever you filed.
I file stuff, it never comes up. I file stuff all the time. Half the filings I made aren't in the screen. How do you I call Sam, I don't get a call back. Okay. I talk to the who's the black guy on the main line answering the phone? Who's the black guy that answers the phone?
I don't know that I have.
Yeah, you do. I can play you his voice. Who's the black guy that answers the phone? Says I'm rude, says I'm all these things, hangs up on me continuously. I mean, he's hung up on me how many times? Over 50?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, who's the staff? Name the staff. Go ahead.
I got Jeff, I got Paul, I got Ingrid, I got...
Jeff, Paul, Ingrid. Yep, keep going.
Well, that's my paralegal staff that answers the phone.
Okay, so it's Jeff or Paul is what you're saying.
Well, I'm not saying anything. I'm just telling you what the names of the staff are.
Okay, so now what's their last names? What's Jeff and Paul's last name?
Madura and Wilson.
Oh, it must be Wilson.
So, you're on short calendar.
By the way, this is treason what you're doing, okay? You're messing with the federal election, and you've been hanging on since October, and it's February. I asked it to be expedited. Guess what?
Did you file a motion to expedite?
Yes, I did. Is it in the screen? Not anymore.
No motion for immediate hearing was returned for non-compliance. Looks like you filed it in January.
Non-compliance. I heard, I never heard that.
Well, did you check your...
I kept sending it I keep sending the damn thing until they're approved, till they're in the screen. I don't stop sending the thing. You guys told me it was accepted, and it wasn't. I call all the time, and you guys put me on hold indefinitely. I filed a motion to expedite. I have a recording of you telling me it's accepted.
Okay.
Okay? I have a recording of this.
Okay.
If you listen to all the recordings, and there's quite a few, it demonstrates that you're sabotaging my election.
So, Mr. Flint, do you have a question for me?
No, I want to know why my 64-1, I asked it already, is not in the screen, and they have nothing, Jonathan Bubar has no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, as I explained to you, you filed it yesterday.
And it's not in the screen because it wasn't approved yet. Because you leave them indefinitely between the function of me putting it in and you approving it. Indefinitely. I put that other motion in, and I was told that it was accepted, and you've never approved it. And where is it?
The motion is publicly viewable. You can see that you filed it on the 2nd.
Hey, so where's the motion to expedite this?
Well, I don't know where your motion to expedite is. Anything you filed is...
Well, you guys told me it was approved. So why would I send it again?
So we wouldn't tell someone to tell you that your motion's approved?
Excuse me. I don't buy any of the crap that you're selling, okay? I want this thing heard. I want a hearing, and I want it now.
Okay, file a motion.
I have already.
I don't see a motion other than the one you filed in January that was returned to you. Feel free to refile.
Hold on. What did it say? What was the motion you're talking about saying? What did it say?
So you filed it. It says, Lynn, there's no proper case caption. You wrote to...
So what?
Onto the record.
So what?
There are specific motion rules for the Connecticut Supreme Appellate Court, which you didn't follow.
They're different rules than for different courts. And you guys are supposed to give a pro se litigator the benefit of the doubt. That's the law. But you don't. And you hold them indefinitely. Now you know there's a motion. You know there's something expedited, not even filed. You know I asked for a hearing months ago due to an election. I asked you prior to the election about it.
I would encourage you to file a complying motion if you want to do anything with it.
Say it again. Send me an email. Send me an email in writing.
I'm not emailing you.
I want it in writing.
The writing is the practical.
I have to send it to the FBI who is watching this case. They want to know. They have questions for me to ask. I don't know the answer to them yet. No one's told me. Why isn't this in the screen? I don't know. Are you manipulating the court rules? Well, that's exactly what they do in Stanford.
Okay.
Do you know there's 5 judges taking instruction from the prosecuting attorney in the Stanford Superior Court? Do you know what they're saying? They're threatening, the prosecutor is threatening attorneys that if they don't screw us, that they'll be arrested. Are you aware of that?
So other than the question I've already answered for you about...
Just make it clear. Make it clear. The prosecutor in Stamford, Connecticut is threatening the other parties in this injunction. Okay. Now, when a prosecutor advises the judge to threaten the parties, that's a problem that has to be fixed. Don't you agree?
I have no comment on what you're saying because it has nothing to do with your appeal.
Hold on. It does. It does. It does. Because I filed a 5G lawsuit against Connecticut, and I also filed an OxyContin lawsuit against Connecticut, and I also filed a lot of other stuff, including an election fraud case affecting the entire U.S. Senate, because it is a 51-49 split. And if I get that seat, it'll be 50-50. And your delays caused that. You're illegal.
Based on the fact that you aren't asking questions about your appeal, I'm going to assume that you're done, and I'm going to terminate this phone call.
Go ahead. I dare you.
All right. Have a good day, Mr. Flynn.
Good. I got it on tape. See you in jail. In jail.